Milestone post. Okay, so today is Erica's second month. Okay, so these are her milestones. Now, first I'm going to explain her name a little. Okay, so her name is Erica, spelled Aerika, Wren Marielle Ward. Okay, there's so many reasons for this name. Now, Erica, okay, now Justin is a hunter. He likes to shoot arrows, and he's an archer, and so we have arrow in her name, like Erica. We spelled it Aerika. Now my for aeronautics, okay, and air guitar, and Archangel Ariel. We also have a lot going on there. Now we also have, we spelled it Aerika because that was, I didn't know this because the Father in Heaven told me this, because he picked the name Erica and I changed the spelling because I wanted it to be really special. I wanted the name to look really pretty on paper. And I actually found out because I was, I saw that in the Heaven's for Real testimony, they really liked the rock and roll songs, and so I was like, that was actually Justin's first rock concert was Aerosmith. I was like, because I kind of spelled it similar to Aerosmith. That was his first rock concert. And there's some Christians in that group, and so I was really excited about that. And then we're looking at let's see, like Shimon Kefa and Yeshua HaMashiach being rock and roll stars because they're both rocks, like the rock that's higher than I and the rock in which he builds his church. So they are saying we will rock you, and also they're saying we will rock you, like the little Erica baby. So I love that. And so yeah, so let's talk about the milestones. Okay, so far she can she has coos, so she can mimic sounds, because I'll be like, I'll make a sound, she'll try to copy the sound a little. And so I said Saint Anne, and I said it like Saint Anne, and she goes on like cooing that. I was like, oh, that's cute. Then we have, what else does she do? I saw her, she takes she knows how to kind of take little mini steps. And so I let her hover a little, and then she moves her feet to take little steps. She's only 2 months. She knows how to do that. She just popped up on her feet when I said the name Yeshua. She just popped up, like she was like, I'm standing up on some level here. I'm like, isn't that sweet? But I was told, don't let her do that all the time because her legs are still really weak and she has to build up those muscles. Then what else? And those are her models. Oh, she knows how to smile now, and she's consistently smiling. And what else? She's and her tears are starting to form, so that is very interesting too. So she's learning how to smile, and the crying and the smiling, it starts forming at the same time, it seems. So very very interesting. And then I don't know, I think those are her current milestones. She's getting baptized on Passover, right before Easter service, in the Episcopal Church. And she's also, we bathe her in the Lord's water too. And so she's always one with everyone. So yeah. And I think that's about it. I'm trying to think, did I see anything else? She's sneaky. She comes, she does all these milestones. Let's see. Yeah, so she's really sweet. Her middle name is Wren, for also aerial, kind of like an aeronautics. My grandpa was a pilot for the military. He flew seaplanes. We found out we were pregnant with her on Memorial Day after he passed away. She was born right around the time of his birthday. His mother and father had Marian apparitions. She was born around the same time as my birthday, too, because we have 3 birthdays in January in our family. We had like really cool snow because I put in a prayer request at Our Lady of Snows, and it snowed like right after her birth. So we're really excited about that. And what else we got? And then we have a Marielle, because as soon as I got her ultrasound, I heard Mother Mary's voice, and she said, I want a Marian name. And so we thought that name Marielle was so cute. And they were going to say, Rebecca, take one of those names off, because she has like 4 names. So she's Erica, Ren, Marielle. And I was like, they were like, no, take one of those names off. You have too many names there. And I started crying because I was like, I couldn't take any of those names off. And they were like, okay, we'll just put all those names on there. It's fine. But why Ren? Because sparrows matter. And my friend James Vivian, he's prayed, and he taught kids how about the resurrection of the dead, and they were able to bring a sparrow back from the dead. And he's always telling me his eye is on the sparrow. His eye is on the sparrow. And that's one thing he's always said to me. And so we have a ministry. We flip flop in the names a little, like Sparrows Matter or Many Sparrows, and it's just for the marginalized. It's a charity, and it's also, so it's just our journals, and so people can write to the highest creator who have mental health, who struggle with mental health or spiritual issues, so they can just write out and pour out everything they're going through. So that's what that's for. And it helps also trees, because we donate to the trees charity too. So yeah, and it's going to the apostle communities, the burial sites, stuff like that. I've only made like 1 sale, unfortunately, but it's really cool. And it's all my art on the cover, but I like made like 3 or 4 sales, but it's still a fun project for me. So, but yeah, so, boop, 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 boop. And what else do I want to share with you guys? And no pressure on those or anything. It's just a fun project. I get to put my art out there. If anyone wanted to go buy one of those, so I'm like, no pressure. That's just my fun stuff. So, then, oh, and all the art is also hand painted in holy water. So when they look at the cover of the book, they might feel healing. And so yeah, and more than 11% goes to charity. So every time, nothing less than 11%. It's 11% and up, you see. And it was originally 60%. Mother Mary told me, try 60%, but you can change it later if you want to. And I was like, okay. So, and but yeah, that's a little about that ministry. And then but yeah, so we have sparrows, so that's why her name is Ren. And we're always going through different birds, different sparrows. Like we're learning about like, okay, we have like those little chickadees, we have swallow sparrows, wrens, owls for wisdom. And so like that's what part of our ministry is, different birds. My mom really likes robins and the little blue eggs they lay. She just reminds me of a bird. And then we're gonna get ducks. So we're actually gonna get Erica some ducks. And yeah, so I saw that my grandpa had a mansion in heaven, and I had a vision of his mansion in heaven, and he really loved Costa Rica. And I'm just kind of talking to you guys about this, but I was like, he has like pet toucans. He has a whole Costa Rica eco-friendly kind of style house. It was like all wood, very finished, and like polished and very tropical. He seems is like, oh wow, and it was just really beautiful. So that was really pretty. It's mostly for my family, so they know that he's up there. And Daddy in heaven said a lot of times people think that their donations are going to build their mansions in heaven. Not really. Your love is what builds your mansions in heaven. And so what you can do is you can share memories up there. You can store memories of families up there. You can store your favorite things just in memory up there, and to just always do good, because it's by grace we are saved, not by works. And all of the things that we are allowed to have in heaven is all grace. It is all a free gift. You cannot purchase it. You cannot buy it. So don't let anyone fool you guys with that. There's some people out there saying, donate here and you'll get mansions in heaven. No, 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 no. Pray for people and love them through anything and unto eternal life. And do that in the way that the Father leads you. And that is the way, you know. So I think that Daddy said a lot of times people think their works get them put up there too. And and it is by grace that anyone can do those works anyway. And one thing I saw was my grandpa thought he had to work. He was like, and one of the things he taught was, he said to us, you work, and he lived really long. I'm like, he lived like in his 80s, and he said he thought he had to do works to keep living and to live again. And he always said, I gotta work. And my Uncle Ernie, who went to heaven, he said, I just want to fish. I just want to hunt. And he was like, Ernie's always fishing. And Ernie was like, Gramps is always working. And that's how it was kind of interesting, little Gru. But they're in heaven now. So yeah, that's our family, our little saint crew. As I saw in the spirit, that was something Gramps noticed, and that was one of the devotions, like, in Hinduism they call it a bhakti. It means devotional, and everyone's life is a devotional. So that was part of his devotional that came to me, and it's like, yes, work is important, but my goodness, don't be afraid to rest, you know. And so yeah, and my Marcella, who just passed to heaven, I'm like, she has a really powerful devotional too, and she saw angels at the hour of death, and went up into heaven. And her daughter, who passed away from cancer right before, not daughter, her cousin or niece, and I don't know that side of the family as well, but she was there waiting for her to go up and down. That's a lot, and we're talking a lot about life and death, but what Messiah taught me is, okay, like, it's life and eternal life. It's about life and eternal life, okay? Even if we pass through death, it is about life and eternal life, okay? We are supposed to love each other through anything and unto eternal life. And that is the true way of love, that love keeps going, because even in death, he could not die, okay? So even if he was laying there, he was still alive, okay? He was still a part of life. And then he woke up knowing that, and he ascended into heaven, even bodily, okay? So he is life, you know, and he knew that even in death they could not kill him. And then he arose in true life, you see? So I just love that. And so it's to life and eternal life that love keeps going, just like those those Purple Heart soldiers, you know, and the Daystar is kind of like the Purple Heart, and he was awarded Daystar, and he taught that true love keeps going. It gets up and keeps going. It gets up and keeps going sometimes when it doesn't feel like it can keep going, you see? So, you know, I have a friend of mine, they say the secret to happiness is something to love, something to hope for, someone to love, someone to hope for, so something to do, someone to love, something to hope for, okay? And those are the secrets and the keys to happiness, and is what she taught me. So I'm like, that's really great if you could wake up saying, I have a reason to live today. I have a reason I have a reason to live and die at the same time. You know, and I have a reason to live, I have a reason to die, I have a reason to live again, you know. And so that is a part of it. And I have a reason to live forever, you see, because that's how much love is in me through Messiah, okay? So I just pray everyone will be blessed and not stressed and enjoying the Father's best. And I'm really excited about those heaven testimonies, and I hope that that encourages you guys and gives you guys a lot of faith. So yeah, y'all have a blessed day. Please keep us in prayer as a family, okay? And we keep you guys in prayer every day. So I'm in heavy prayer for everyone, and so yeah.